Hi, let's start with the first seminar of Lacan. Do you know what it's about, the first seminar? I'm Fabiana Ratti, psychologist and psychoanalyst, and we are here at the coffee with Freud and Lacan to talk about psychoanalysis in an easy way. If you are new at the channel, follow us, subscribe to the channel, and help us to find more people to enjoy psychoanalysis and to know more about that. Thank you very much. What do you know about the first seminar? That video is one of the first about, so I'm talking only some points that we can talk when we think about the first seminar of Lacan. First of all, he talks about the Freud's paper on technique from 1953. Lacan was at the beginning. We can say which are the Freud's papers on technique. When I have some people that are starting to learn to be an analyst, I always say, read the first seminar. Why? Because which are the papers on technique? They are some texts that Freud used. It's from more or less 1917, and he talks about the technique to the clinical. Who would like to start at the clinical? It's fundamental that you read this text and in parallel the text of Freud, the instinct and its vicissitude, narcissism, an introduction, and transference. They are the texts that Lacan talk about, and they are the beginning of the clinical. If we start the clinical without reading this text by Freud, this seminar by Lacan, it not works. First of all, we can say that if we are analysts, we are talking with the libido. The libido is a psychic energy for Freud. If we have a heart and a circulation, the blood circulating the veins and movement our heart. If we are our respiration and we have air, oxygen and carbon to transport in our respiration, the unconscious, we need libido. Libido is not only for sexual life. As Freud, libido is if I am here, everything is normal, like my organs, my physical way, all right. But you probably will feel like that. But let's go to play tennis, let's go to play a volleyball, or let's go to the beach. Oh no, today no, I will be here. I don't want to go out of my coat. If you say that, we are without libido. We are without psychic energy to do anything. That's the idea of Freud. It was very famous that Freud, libido is only for sexual life. I'm without libido, so I don't want to have sex with someone. But Freud, it's not like that. For sexual life too, but for I would like to write a book. I need to have libido to write a book, to read a book, to watch TV, to walking on the street, on my house. If we read about the text, Freud test, the instinct and its vicissitudes, we will read about libido, about drive. That's the substance that we work with if we are analysts. So I work with the psychic apparatus of the person, the unconscious, and the libido of the person. So that's the first point that he talks a lot at the first seminar. The second point, he talks about the narcissism. Freud has one text that is narcissism, an introduction. We can do a video only about that, but the point is that the construction of our unconscious. Freud gave us pass through our emotional life, autoerotism, like when we were a baby, we don't have the image of ourselves, the separation of ourselves. We are connected with our mother. We are autoerotic, like we need the care of our father and parents or our mother. We have some steps that I can talk talk more about this article, but we can say that Freud says that the narcissism is a phase of a person. It's like when we are a child, we have the narcissism phase, and it's very important that all the family take care of the narcissism to construct the unconscious. We have the narcissism primary narcissism and secondary narcissism. You have sadism and masochism, many phases that we can talk when we have one video about that. But my point here to talk about the first seminar is that Freud talk about this narcissism. When we are treating one person, we have to pay attention to the narcissism and the phase of the narcissism that the person is. If I am treating a child, we have to study and to know in each phase boy or girl is. And if I treat an adult, the phase of narcissism is not connected with age only. It's not rational, it's emotional. Probably you know someone like that. We can know someone that is 20 years old or 40 years old, and it's like a baby, like a child, very immature. That belongs to psychoanalysis. What age is the person, what the intellectuality of the person, of course, but you focus on the emotional life, and is that the narcissism is one point. And the third point that I would like to talk here, but of course this first seminar have many other points, is he talked about the transference, the connection with the patient and the analyst, and after the patient transform in analysant. This connection, a doctor and patient and analyst with analysant, is a construction. This construction is made with libido, talk with the psychic apparatus of the person, and considering the narcissism of the person. We have connection with the person, and Lacan at the seminar, he talks a lot about the resistance of the person. The unconscious is an apparatus that has many resistance. We don't want to talk about many things, emotional things. Lacan says that we are shared between the emotional and the rational. And of course, for one part of us, we want to be a better person, we want to know everything, we want to face things. But the unconscious has resistance. And even though the person that comes to our office saying, oh, I want to grow, make it, to do analysis, even that person has an unconscious that is, oh no, don't touch that hurt me. The work of the analysis is to work with the resistance of the person. This kind of apparatus that has this care of the narcissism, the libido, and the resistance of the person is one biggest point that he talks about the first seminars. In the middle of that, he talks about the mirror stage, how to talk about this first seminar without the mirror stage. The mirror stage is a passage that we can talk in another video. But today, the strongest point of the first seminar to the beginning of the analysis. If you want to be an analyst, you read the papers of Technique of Freud. Give your like to more people have access to this concept. See you at the next video. Thank you very much.